Hi everyone, Nick here, and today I wanted to talk to you about how to create tile cards in PowerPoint. And I saw this post on LinkedIn by Dr. Ama Yamamensa, and she has the most amazing DataViz posts. I hope that you will go and follow her. I'm going to put her link in the comments below. But this was a particular post about how to deal with slides when you have bullet points or a bulleted list on them, and how you might deal with that in a way that's better, that's so much better, than just a straight bulleted list that we see so often in PowerPoint. So I wanted to sort of click through this post. She gives 3 alternative ways of dealing with a slide like this. You could create just these tiles, these square image tiles, and present one section at a time on your slide. It's a perfect way to do things. The next way was use of icons. We know that icons are so engaging and they can be used really effectively when you're trying to sort of disaggregate a list of bullet points on a slide. Super cool. And then the final option that she gives were these tile cards, and they look so cool, and I just love them so much. I'm not sure why. They remind me of things that you might see in advertising. I really like the rounded corners, and then you can do so much with them in terms of putting text inside of them, other icons, even fill them with images and things like this. So I wanted to show you how I thought about using these tile cards in our own work in the visitor studies field. So we work with visitor studies in places like museums, zoos, aquariums, and really learn about why people come to these places and the types of experiences that they have in them. And this is a slide, I'll put this in slideshow mode for you. This is a slide that I bet you've probably seen before. I have a bunch of visitor comments from my museum, and I want to group them into themes, and maybe we ask them, why they loved coming to the museum, or what was motivating them to come to the museum that day. And maybe I'm just going to group them into these 4 different categories, and I'm going to present a representative quote on the slide. So people come to our museum because they love quality time spending with family. They value the museum for self-discovery and learning of their own learning. They love the museum because it's a place to relax and recharge. Or maybe they love the museum because it's a place to facilitate learning with others, like their kids. This is a slide that we've seen presented so many times, and it's really easy to just put this bullet point list up on the slide, put it there for everyone to see. As you're talking through those, you probably already read every single word on the slide before I even got halfway through explaining that slide. So here's a better way to do it with those tile cards. So first, I gave it a little zhuzh with a little icon at the top, why people love visiting our museum, and then we can present one section at a time with these really cool tile cards. They're color-coded to each of the sections. They have the quote in them, and maybe as I present them, I'm reading the quote as I click to reveal the next section. It's a really cool way and a really engaging way to keep your audience attention and not have them sort of scrolling their phone as you start talking through your list of bullet points. So I wanted to go ahead and show you how to create them because I thought they would be really easy, but it turns out there's a little trick that made it kind of challenging. So the first thing we want to do is let's go and see them. We know that there's probably this rounded corner rectangle. So we can do that by inserting a shape here, and then insert, oops, that was the triangle. Insert the rounded corner rectangle right here. It's a rectangle, rounded corners. Just insert that, and then let's go ahead and just place that on the slide like this. Now let's go ahead and actually select no fill, and then on the solid line, I'm gonna increase the line size to 2 points. And I'm also going to update the color because this is going to be that first section here. Now I'm going to actually duplicate this by pushing Control D. And now what you can do here, what I thought first, I was like, oh, I'm just going to, we'll fill this with solid blue. I'm just going to make 2 of these rounded corner rectangles, and I'm going to put them right on top of each other. And then I'm just going to, kind of section it off so it's kind of half. That looks pretty good, but you see right here this little issue. I'll zoom in so you can see it. The rounded corners stay rounded on the bottom too, and I really want this to be a flat edge. And there's no easy shape that I can have in PowerPoint, so I think I have to do a custom shape. I'll go back to the slide so you can see. So you can see we have the rounded corner rectangle, and then we have this rounded corner top with the dark blue, but then it's a flat edge right here. So let's go ahead and just delete that. I actually want to edit this just a little bit because I want the corners to be a little bit less rounded, and maybe I'm going to go ahead and make this a little smaller because I know I'm going to have 4 of these to put on my slide. Okay, I like that, that look and feel of the rounded corner. I'm going to go ahead now and duplicate this again. I'm going to place it directly on top of the other one. And if I want to, I could select everything to group both of them, and then go to the Arrange tools and then align them to the top and align them to the middle just to make sure they're perfect. I think they already were. And now I'm going to select this top one here. We're going to fill it all the way with blue. Do you hear my cat meowing in the background? That's Ruth. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually insert another rectangle, and I'm actually going to do it at the cut point where I want that top section to be, so of my tile card. So I'm going to go ahead and just place this rectangle all the way over so all of the corners overlap the entire tile card completely. I'll just change the color so you can see that there are two shapes there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click the tile card background there that was on top. I'm going to push Shift, click the rectangle here, and use the Merge Shapes drop-down menu to click Subtract. And now you have this beautiful tile card. And now in order to group those two images, just highlight everything so that they're both selected, Control G to group, and now I'm going to push Control D to duplicate it. And we'll do this 2 more times. Right here, I'm going to position it like that, and then it's going to push Control D and Control D. Now from here, you can update all of the colors. So let's update this to the blue. Make sure that the line here was blue of that top shape, and then we will make sure that is blue as well. Let's go to the orange fill and make sure the line is orange. Let's make sure that line is orange. This will be my red. And now we have these, gotta make sure that line is red too. We have these beautiful 4 tile cards. Now, one thing that people don't always know is they think they have to put a text box on top of shapes, but shapes in PowerPoint actually effectively have their own little tiny mini Word document right inside. So you can type right inside. So if I just start typing here, it'll allow me to type in any header text that I want. And you can just do like that. And then if I had the quotes, you could go ahead and make sure to isolate the background shape here and just start typing in quote here. And we could do the same thing to all of the other shapes. Now you might have to update the text because we want them to be color coded. So I'm going to go ahead and do that text. Very nice. And let's see if we'll do this. Quote here, and we'll make that orange. Sure everything stays orange, nice and color coded there. Quote here. I want everything to be the same. And we're going to make that red. All right, now you have these 4 separate tile cards that are really nice. Now in the other option that I had, remember I had them flying in, and you can apply animation to them very easily. So just click on this first group, go up to the animation tab right here, and click on fly in, and you'll get a nice preview. It's going to automatically be set to click. Every time you click, it will appear. And then if you want to, I'm going to show you a little trick for copying that animation here. You could go one by one and apply the same animation, or you can go up to the advanced animation menu with this advanced, the animation painter, double click the animation painter, and now in succession, click on the aqua box next. There, it applied that same animation. Click on the red box next, it applied the next animation, and click on the red, the orange box there, and now the red box here for those animations. Now go ahead and click the animation painter to deactivate it, and now let's put it in slideshow mode, and let's see, yep, I can just click, click, and reveal each of those tile cards one by one. What a cool, engaging way to do this. Again, I hope that you go and check out Amma's post on LinkedIn. She is a wealth of data viz knowledge, and I love reading her posts and subscribe to her newsletter, all of that stuff. She is an amazing data wizard in our field. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the bell next to it. Every time I post a new video in data design, PowerPoint, Excel, or Word, you'll get notified. I had a fabulous time making this video for you, and I can't wait to see you all next time.